Welcome back, YouTube, to another episode of My Speaker Podcast. It's your boy Mike, aka Boogie, aka Choke Yourself.
Hey, this your boy Daryl, better known as Gospel again, better known as Solomon Run again, YIL again, all that stuff, man. Hey, who else we got in the building, man?
Hey,
Keith, man.
There you go.
Mike's brother.
There you go.
Oh, that's all you gonna say, Keith? You gonna give him your alias nickname?
DJ Keith Easy.
There you go.
Get back in the works of doing some of that. Might start doing some bartending for y'all too.
There
Private
you go.
party, so be on the lookout for all of that.
So he wasn't able to be there for the UNC in Duke because he had a little surgery. So we asked him to come over here for this episode. And this episode is gonna be talking about the NBA draft. NBA trade deadline. I'm sorry, the NBA trade deadline that happened yesterday.
Yep.
So it's 24 hours since it's passed. So what we're gonna do is dive into it.
Before we do that though, you know what I'm saying? I may not always be right. I may not always be wrong.
Hey, before you cut me off next time though, you all gonna get our mouths opinion what we speaking on.
Hey, before we do that, man, this episode of My Speaker Podcast is brought to you by, back in the day, your grandma always tell you when you chewing that bubble gum, don't be swallowing it. When you swallow that bubble gum, make you get constipated. We got this thing right here we call Fleet Suppository, you know what I'm saying? This right here get you right on straight, cause see right here, when you put this inside you, all that thing you got chewing up inside you, inside your stomach, and that's the inside that your mama and grandma told you not to swallow pieces of bubble gum, coming right on out you.
Well, hey, something wrong with you, bro.
Hey, Fleet Suppository, man. Make sure you get you something if your stomach ain't right.
Something wrong with this cat, man.
So with that being said,
it's Black History Month, so we want to, like I said, get into the yesterday trade deadline. So I'm gonna just ask y'all who you think won the trade, who you think lost. You know, I'm gonna since you the guest, keep on to give you the flow. Who you think won the trade deadline yesterday, and who you think lost?
I think the Knicks won. I ain't gonna really say I saw a sure shot loser. I get kind of tired of the narrative that they want. And they always pushing, LeBron needs some help. LeBron needs some help. They need some help. Golden State needs some help. And them guys that won their championships. I mean, so the leagues want to force those teams to win. I get tired of that. I love both of those teams, both of those players, but so I don't really see. I don't think they lost. I think the Lakers team they got now. They win a championship with that team now. I don't think they need to make it. I don't think they need to make it.
Oh no!
It's hard. You can beat the Lakers any given night, but it's hard to beat them in a 7-game series. It's gonna be hard to do that. But
that's for any team because a lot of teams have already been coached up. They've been look at a lot of film and stuff, so they can be knowing all your plays. They know what you're gonna do, what your tendencies, what you like to do, and stuff like that. So whenever the playoffs start, it's hard to beat a team like he said in the 7-game series or the 5-game series or whatever you want to call it. You know.
Yeah, but I think I'm picking back off what he said. The Knicks, I think, won the trade because to pick up Bogdanović and to pick up Alec Burke. I mean, and I think when Randall get back, and I think when OG get back, and when the point guard Russell, when he really get back, listen to me, they already was maybe the second best team in the East Conference behind Boston. That's my opinion right now.
They were.
Now you got Bogdanović, you got Burke who all can hit shots. So when Brunson penetrates and want to kick out to one of them, they got shooters. And I think the reason I like them getting rid of RJ Barrett, I'm not talking about that, but I'm not. I mean, but Barrett is when the ball go to Barrett, the ball stop. OG know his position. So now you got Brunson is the one, Randall is the 2. OG, when he needs to score, he be the 3. But now you got Bogdanović, you got Burks in there. So now you got scoring all around. Then you got my man who I love, Jake Hart. I love his game because he know his role, the defense stopper. OG can stop people. Alec Burke can put people. So now they got stoppers on one end and they can score on the other end.
They got 3-point shooting and they got defense.
I mean, I'm telling you, listen, they gonna be.
They gotta think they're playing with their backup center, and he's getting very
minutes. Yeah,
so
he looks good.
And come back on top of that.
He look good. Like I say, so New York to me, I think the NBA really is happy that New York is getting back into the limelight because so many years they had been like the lavish stock and stuff. So I really, as a fan of the game, I hope that they get back to that the mecca so the New York won't be the lavish stock no more. But I think they really won. Anybody I say who lost. If I had to say somebody lost, I'm looking at Chicago. I'm trying to figure out what is Chicago gonna do.
What they did was the reason they lost because Zach LaVine trade value was high. They ain't did nothing with him. Now he done hurt again.
But I'm saying, so now you stuck with the Rosen, you got Booch. I mean, so what are you really doing?
They got a good team. I think they try to get rid of Zach because they want Kobe White to start.
Oh, but Kobe White is balling. He balling out his mind. He balling, so I give him that. But I was like, a low key trade that I did like. I saw Phoenix got Royce O'Neal.
Yeah.
So I like him because he's another player. Like I say, he gonna come in. He ain't gonna demand no ball, no shots. He gonna get his point off, rebound, put back stuff. But he gonna lock down somebody on the other end, and you gonna let the other three, because ain't no balls gonna be shot out there with them three. Them three gonna shoot all the time. So Royce gonna come in and do his job.
Perfect,
I like that trade too, and I can't remember that Daniel Gafford kid, the center
for Washington. Yeah, he got traded to. He active.
He went
to Washington. I mean, he went to Dallas for. They got rid of. They finally got off of my man Rashawn Holmes.
Yeah,
he got traded.
I like Gafford, man. Gafford active around the.
I like him too.
That's a solid.
He a rim runner, rim protector. I like him.
He could be looking good right next to Derek Lively that he got down there.
Yeah, Derek Lively playing good ball.
He playing good ball too out of Florida State.
No, out of Duke.
Duke. My bad. Duke.
See, he didn't really play well at Duke.
The other Florida State guy, my bad. He in San Antonio.
You talking about the cat?
He playing real good down there in San
Antonio. He talking about Vessel.
My bad. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Vessel went to Florida State, but like I say, so far, I mean, it wasn't no big name trades. No, I say big name. I'm talking about like a superstar. It wasn't nobody, but I think everybody like Boston made a little slick move. I think gonna benefit them. They picked up the big guy from Memphis, the guy that played at Michigan State. They picked him up from Memphis.
The one that played good in the
playoffs. Yeah, they picked him up for like a second round pick.
They did?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, see, he got picked up. Yeah, and like I say, that's just another body.
What Memphis doing is they're already deconstructing their team because they know they ain't really going.
Well, with Ja out, and like I say, you only got JJ there.
And the other, what's the other point guard?
Smart. He hurt too.
Not Smart.
Ja.
The one.
Bane.
Yeah, Bane.
He hurt too.
He hurt. Yeah, but
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. So now they're like, hey man,
they kind of selling.
Hey, well, like I say, but we know they'll be back hopefully next year. But like I say, the teams up top, Minnesota made a small trade. I think might help them out. They got that Morris kid from Detroit. Yeah, and he done played. Yeah, he's a good solid backup. He done got so many playoff experience, so I think that'd be good.
I do like Buddy Hield going to Philly. And
another shooter.
Yeah.
I know Embiid hurt, but you put him and Max in the backcourt, you can not double Embiid at all. That's a problem. You know what I mean?
That's a real good one. Like how you say, kid.
But guess what Indiana did after he said that? Indiana just went and traded for Doug McDermott right after that. So they got it. I'm saying they lost a shooter and they picked up a shooter. So my thing is, I was like, Indiana is one of those kind of teams that's gonna be like a sleeper.
You gotta watch them.
If they get into the playoffs, that ain't team you want to play a 7-game series. I really don't believe you want to play them.
You don't want to play them.
They're gonna be dangerous. Well, let's go ahead and get let's just go ahead and get it out of here because Gordon Hayward got traded to OKC for Trey Man, Bertez, and another cat and 2 second-round draft picks. And I just feel like Oklahoma City, I understand why they did it because they need a playoff, somebody was savvy. They got a lot of young players. So I think you put them beside Shea Gillis, ain't got to do much. If Gordon can stay on the court and he can hit down open shots and stuff, so that's a good look for him. Like I say, I hope after that gruesome injury he had, he fell off. He just kind of went downhill. But we know when he was in Utah, he was a better player. He was way more athletic. He could score 25 a night if he wanted to in Utah. So he's that declining, but I hope
He was in Boston.
No, I'm talking about Utah. He did all that. He was balling in Utah.
He's an all-star.
He was an all-star in Utah. When he got to Boston, that when he kind of went down, his ankle. But when he was in Utah, he was a ball player.
The situation in Boston was different. Too many Chiefs and no
exactly.
And then Charlotte also got rid of P.J. Washington. And we got Seth Curry back. We got Grant Williams and a 2027 first-round draft pick.
Top 2 protected.
Yeah, and I think looking at it both ways, Charlotte needed that because Grant Williams, if he can come do the same thing he did in Boston, I look at Charlotte's situation now. The picture is very clear now. You know who your point guard gonna be. They got a superstar in the making in Brandon Miller. He said himself that he just got to get strong in the offseason.
Yeah.
Miles Bridges vetoed a trade to Phoenix because he got the bird rights. So he didn't have to get traded, but he been saying this for the last 2-3 weeks. I want to be here. So now they're saying Mitch Kupchak came out last night and said, hey, they're gonna try to sign him to a long-term deal, which I already know they are. So now you got your point guard, you got your 2 guard, and you got your small forward. Grant Williams can slot right into that power forward spot.
Yep.
And he can give you defense, he can give you rebounds, he can help you out in that way because
open shots sometimes.
yeah, my thing is they were playing Miles at the 4, and you pretty much was hurting because you put him in a position. Miles is a small forward. Now you got Grant coming to play power forward. Hopefully, whenever Mark Williams gets back, he's your center. You got a nice starting 5 out there you can play with, and then Trey Mann is one of the guys I think out of that trade that they got Trey Mann back. If you ever watch him play, he's a bucket. He can score, but the thing is he gonna be out of? He's one of the kind of players like he be out of control him down, but he can score. Bertans is a shooter, so I think Charlotte got, and you got Steph Curry. So Charlotte not only got better defensive wise, they got better shooting, they got more depth on the team because right after they made that trade, they cut Book Knight, they cut Ish Smith, and they cut Frank Nick, whatever his name is. Yeah. So all of them, and like I said, the only one I was hurt out of them 3 was Ish because Ish is from this area. But Ish, when you play with Ish, you playing 4 and 5 basically. He can't really shoot outside. But now you got Charlotte with all these shooters and stuff. Hopefully when Melo get back, I would like to see this team go to training camp next year and come back, and then you could put the pieces in the second team and see what you really got.
Charlotte need to build because, like I said, we don't have no free agents coming down here to Charlotte. So
no,
and he said, my brother said something perfectly. I want him to explain what he told me because we had a conversation. He told me something. I was like, I ain't even look at it like that, Keith.
Well, a lot of people get mad and say, well, why Charlotte do this? Why Charlotte do that? There's only 2 ways you win and get better in the NBA. That's free agency or the draft. Right. So free agents is not coming to Charlotte. We're not a hot spot for nobody to come to. Now we start winning and we need one more piece. Somebody might slide his way, but you got to do it through the draft. Probably the team that did it through the draft, OKC did it at first. They didn't win. They had Durant, they got Russell Westbrook, they got Ibaka. I think Westbrook said that they got Harden. Golden State got Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Harrison Barnes the same draft. Harrison Barnes ain't got no more. So they built through the draft. They got other pieces around. That's the only you're gonna do. So 76, they did the same thing. So like I said, at the end of the day, if you with Charlotte, I like the trades because you got 2 27 first-round picks in that deal, and you're gonna have your own 2027 first round. So that you're gonna have 3 first-round picks. Now you get like OKC with all these picks, you can trade some capital, whatever the case may be. If you build with LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and Miles Bridges, which when LaMelo learned how to be the third, when he learned how to be the third scorer,
that ain't him.
And let Miles and Brandon score first,
that ain't him.
And be more efficient, like Shane Gillis or like
Halliburton. He need to be like Halliburton. That's what he needs.
Then he will be a better team, I think.
The reason why I think it ain't gonna never happen with LaMelo because he ain't never went to college. He was always on an AAU team where they go to live in the nicest hotels, you know what I'm saying? Eat the nicest food, so he always had stuff kind of handed to him. Not really handed to him, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he worked, but he
ain't really had to work for it like somebody that
the grind is
different for him. You know what I'm saying? So he don't strike me as a cat that's really gonna go out there and work hard, going, hey man, let's get together, let's push the team together. He wanna go ahead and
have fun.
Like Terry Rozier did a couple years ago. They got everybody to Miami and they went to training camp. So but the thing is, I don't understand how somebody can't pull him aside and don't you see how Tyrese Halliburton playing down in Indiana?
That's my thing.
He scores when he needs to score. But my thing is, there's no way in the world Melo should be averaging 19 to 20 points and 13 points a game. Easy. That's every night. You roll out the bed, he should be able to do that every night. But he wanted to come out here and score 30, 35 points, and then he wants to do all this, but you taking 13 threes and hitting 3, that ain't a good look. But ain't nobody saying that. And like I said, they are starving in Charlotte for a superstar. They starving and begging for one. So they gave this kid the bag. And like I say, with these trades here, hopefully, and I'm just hoping somebody can gravitate and talk to him and say, look, for us to win, you have to be a pass first point guard and shoot second.
That ain't gonna
you hope somebody can talk to him, but you already see now that he won't even wear ankle braces. You got the same issue Steph Curry had coming to the league, but he's refusing to wear ankle braces. So I mean, you don't even want to do that. You don't want to commit that. So at the end of the day, me personally, I would have traded him.
Thank you.
I mean, but I know, like I say, Charlotte wanting a superstar so bad, they so in love with him. But
I don't care.
To me, if you can get something for him, 2 first round people, I would trade him.
I don't care. Like I was telling y'all Mike before, man, you're not gonna pay Bentley money for something and you got a Volkswagen engine. He hurt by every year he 25, 30 games missing. Yeah. Like you can't get no continuity like
and
that.
And then you on the sideline laughing when you down 25 points. And you ain't, who was the leader on the team?
Nobody. I'm like,
I had seen the rookie telling people. I seen him personally when I'm watching games. Get back on defense. Give me the ball. And he's 19 years old. He's the rookie. and he's telling them what he. I'm like, so
You know
to
why?
me, he's the face of the team. Should be.
Why? Because he already been he went through that grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Steven Jackson and Steven Jackson and what's your podcast? Up in Smoke.
Up in Smoke.
Him and what's my man name? Matt Barnes. They was in there. Stephen A. Jackson. He's built like iCloth back in the days. He don't like to lose.
Mm-hmm.
When he said I coached him, he was younger. He likes to win, and you can just see it on the court. He don't like to lose. But for right now, I think what he's figuring out now, and it can be a scary thing for the league. He balling now. Once he get in that weight room, and he gonna go in there to do what he need to do. Him and Miles Bridges should be the 1-2 punch of the team, no matter what. Melo should be the third fiddle. But as we know, they can be scoring all the points. The Melo will come down and be like, I'm gonna take. I ain't take a shot in 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna jack it up. If it ain't in the floor,
if he got his own way, if LaMelo got his own way,
he could be a heck of a player. He could be.
Team.
I swear.
And I ain't gonna rule it out. Maybe this is 4th year. Maybe year 5. Maybe he see that. I don't know.
And I thought about something today. Remember, just 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago? When ESPN and everybody was saying this the up and coming team coming right here, when they was winning, and the ESPN came and they had the game against the Lakers, we had another home game. So my thing is, everybody was looking at us like that's the team now that Charlotte coming. Then all of a sudden you fall off this quick, but it was the same players. What changed from that point to now?
Injuries, coaching.
Well, I've been said, Steve Clifford got put in a bad situation, but I really believe this ain't the team he needs to be coaching. They got to fight, but I don't want to hear no more about this. Doc Rivers. Nope. They need a new fresh blood to come in.
You know who I want as a coach? Sam Cassell.
That would be.
Sam Cassell. You ever watch him and warm up? You watch? He coaches, man.
He coaches.
I think he can make LaMelo better. He played point.
You know what? I ain't even thought about that. But you know what?
Nobody ever gave him opportunity.
But you know what? That's a good one. I ain't never thought about that. But they need some new young blood. Don't keep going recycling these coaches.
That would be a good one because it won't be too much high expectation on him. It's a small.
But guess what though? Like he said, he played the game for years with all different kind of attitudes. So my thing is, he probably can pull the Melo sides and listen. This is what I need you to do for this team to be successful. This is what I need you to do. And if not, but my thing is,
I really do.
And I that's a great one. That's a good one. That is a good insight.
I've been
looking at Sam Cassell.
And then, like I said, we were talking also. I asked my brother. I said we was on the phone early. And I was like, well, what makes people think when you get all these first round draft picks, we just cut Book Knight, you cut Kai Jones. They were 2021, both of their first round draft picks. But he said something to me on the phone. That I was like, you know what? That make a lot of sense. What did you tell me on the phone earlier about the Hornets and the picks?
Well, I was just saying, like, for one, so Michael Jordan's hands is not on it fully no more. You know what I mean? And he got a lot of the blame. But basically, I mean, so picks. Here's the thing: all these guys are projected to go top. Whatever. Like this year. When we had the podcast, but the draft, whatever, right? I remember you and Courtney was disappointed with them because y'all I like Scoop, but I tell you, I don't win either way. But I watched Brandon Miller, but they was projected to be the top 3 picks, so it wasn't no right or wrong if you ask me. But you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I just feel like when it come down to it, we hit on some picks, we missed on some picks.
Yes.
This year we hit Nick Smith Jr. and Brandon Miller.
Yes.
2021 Book Knight. Which guy we missed? I think Book Knight was a good ball player, but I think he felt like, and me and you discussed this, his game from college is going to translate easy to pros. And I don't feel like he's putting in the work. I don't think a lot of these kids put in the work.
And that's what you just, that's it, because a lot of these people, just like, but like Derrick Brown said it playing for the Panthers. He dominated in college at Auburn. He said his first year, he thought he can just come in and translate and do what he did, the workouts he did in college. He learned real quick, no, these guys here are big and just strong and fast than me. Now look at him now. He say I'm working out harder, going stronger. Derrick Brown, one of the best defensive tackles in football. He putting in that work.
Broke a record.
I can see Book Knight. I can just envision if they had, and I'm just saying to myself, I can see this. If they say practice at 8:00 for the Hornets, what time you think all them guys getting there? 7:55. 7:58. Walking through the door with their flip flops on.
7:50.
But let me ask you this: when Kobe don't playing, when Mike don't playing, when all them, they be out there getting up shots, getting up many shots. I don't see the young boys doing that no more.
You know why? Because man, they got more distraction than what Kobe and Mike them had back then. You got the social media.
They do.
You got all this other stuff, man.
But man, you know what? A lot of times we have a conversation between me and you. The first thing you bring up is social media.
Man.
But that's just like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. That is like saying you don't drink. I don't drink. Not like that. I don't smoke. You don't smoke. That don't mean because everybody else doing it, you got to do it, right? So that means it's your mentality. That's what I'm talking about. It's a hill.
No,
if you want to be better, you go in the gym. You got access to being into the gym every day.
It's a generational thing. I hate to say it, and not to pick at a younger generation, and people don't like when I say it. I don't even like NBA and NFL like I used to because
I don't either.
They promote scoring. So they don't want no defense. They want everybody to score, not take away from what nobody's doing in the game today. They added an extra game in football, but these guys get even more stats because everything is about money. I don't like it like I used to because I don't think players should have podcasts in the middle of the season telling you, oh, we're gonna beat this team like Draymond did. I don't like that. I think that's to me that's like tampering. I mean, or like LeBron saying in the middle, wherever Bronny go, that's why I'm going to play. That's tampering. But they let these guys do what they wanted. They gave them too much control. I respect it because a lot of our black brothers in there making their money. But that's all they're about now. They bag, their money, their podcast, their brand. So this is another reason why LeBron is able to do what he do because nobody takes it as serious as he do, and he's still playing at a high level at year 21 because he takes care of his body and he plays hard. These guys, they love it. But
I guess it's because I'm saying, but I guess it bothers me because my brother can tell you if I played ball sun up to sundown, we all stayed out and played ball all day long. These guys got opportunities that I wish I was fortunate enough to have. I would have stayed in the gym 24/7 putting in that work to make sure my game is better.
But it's different now. Like how you said, it's different. The generation. Think about it when you growing up.
And they getting $40, $50 million a year.
Before you had regular black and white TV, right? Next thing you know, you got Atari. You got a little color TV. Instead of you going outside more, you inside playing the little game more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you got PlayStation, the Sony PlayStation. And all this else, now you play the games a little bit more, you know, outside. Because you got different stuff to do.
Evolves.
You're not outside anymore like I used to because back then, you ain't had nothing. You sat in the house to do what? You couldn't watch TV till later on in the afternoon.
Your mom and daddy want you outside.
Go outside and play. They got too much different stuff.
It's a distraction.
But my thing is, that still goes to your mindset. Even though it's a generational thing, Tyrese Halliburton said it himself. When he went to that 18 and under Olympic things over there, I can play with these guys. He told Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce on that podcast, I know I got to get better. Look at him now.
True.
My thing is, he went to Iowa State. Nobody knew.
He one of the ones who want to get better.
See what I'm saying? But that it's Iowa State.
Okay, that's Midwest.
Midwest. But my point, but what you're saying is true. But my point is, it's your mindset.
True.
Everybody, just because we in 2024, don't mean you got to be on social media all day. You got to be in the bag, trying to go to the gym.
But these guys now, like I say, what even makes me mad, to me, they disrespect the game. And I know if somebody saw this of some stature, oh man, he don't even talk about he didn't play. I ain't have to play. I'm watching. I seen what I seen in the past. Everything don't have to change and evolve. Like the speed limit is still 55 miles per hour. It didn't change. So why you want to change the NBA? Like these guys now, they saying they made a rule to make them play 65 games because of an 82 game. You get paid to play 82, but they complaining about 65 because NBA got man, dude. Thank God in heaven you was gifted with the ability to play that sport on that level to be able to take care of your family.
I say it all the time.
Generation. And I know you work hard for it, but at the end of the day, these guys think, oh, I'm gonna play tonight. I ain't gonna play tomorrow night. What about the
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So it's pushing me away. Baseball has become back my favorite sport again.
I said it too.
It's pushed me from football and basketball because the way they do things. The attacks on people, how they attacking Cam Newton with the Brock Purdy thing. He ain't saying nothing. He just giving his opinion, but they attacking him personally. But like Shannon Sharp said, it ain't the message, it's the messenger. But we live in a sensitive time now, and everything has changed. If you don't go with it, you'll be left behind. Even with music. But I get it. But I used to rush home to go watch a ball game. I don't do it no more. I mean, I watch it if it's home because I still love sport, but. Not like I want to
it's not the same because, like I say,
it's not,
the reason I don't because, like I say, I watch when guys got bloody, bold, hit, and they get up. I seen Robert Parrish hit Bill Lambill 2 times on the court, and he ain't throwing the game. Now, and don't get me wrong, it was crazy. He punched him, but he ain't get throwing the game. Now, if you touch somebody or you undercut somebody the wrong way, you review it. You go. I think it's stopping the game for every little thing.
I didn't mean to hit the man in the head. We playing basketball.
Listen, man, the name of the game. Unless you ain't doing some Draymond or Dennis Rodman stuff, Play ball. Quit crying about every little call. Looking at the ref, I'm like, man, it's
what you saying. What I'm saying, kind of what you're saying. If the younger generation hear it, oh, y'all don't know, y'all hate. It's not hate, man. It's just what we used to seeing. You know what I mean? So we respect what y'all do, but you can't always tell me the athlete there is better. They might be a little better. They might be a little more skilled, but you ain't tough and you don't have no mental.
And to your point,
coming into play, you know.
And to your point, that's why a lot of times when March Madness come, before they did the NIL, I'd rather watch March because get what them kids playing for? They playing to get to the NBA. They hard. Now you got the NIL. Now these cats like, hey, I can sign this money and make this $2.3 million NIL.
That's why they say
But you know what? It's kind of like that, but then you got to think about it too. They're playing a little bit more harder because they're trying to get that NIL. They're trying to maximize them dollars.
I get it. They still, but to me, they play harder than because the NBA guys, like you say, oh, I stumped my toe last night. You can see somebody fall. Oh man, I'm gonna sit out 2 or 3 games.
But they supposed to be better athletes.
And I don't understand. That's back in the 80s and 90s. They might have couldn't score, and Gilbert Arenas gets on my nerve with this on this podcast. Them boys back then could score. Okay, but guess what? They play defense. You think that your game would evolve back then?
You can score now because there's no defense.
You could. That's what I'm trying to say.
The All-Star game next Sunday. Watch it.
Listen,
175 to 170. They ain't playing no defense.
No, man.
They just out there having fun and taking deep threes.
But Gilbert Arenas always criticizing the 80s and 90s about what teams had. They couldn't score this, that, and the other. I could do this. If I want to say something to Gilbert Arenas, hey, you played on Washington. Who was on your team? You shot all the time. It's easy to score when you score a 6. They call you 8 and 0. Cause like my brother always would say when Kimmel was here, when Charlotte was here, when he was playing with Charlotte, Kimmel the only thing we got. Kimmel got to score. So when Gilbert Arenas playing in Washington, guess what? You got to shoot the ball. But my thing is, you say how good you were, how great. Man, listen, if I can shoot the ball 30, 40 times on one team, hell, I'm supposed to average 30 points a game.
That is you can shoot.
But like I say, I mean, you know,
times have changed.
Yeah, and it is. And like I say, the NBA is kind of. I really don't start watching to be honest when playoff time because then they playing for something. Everybody gonna play.
But yeah, we talking about the NBA. Let's get back to the city of Charlotte as far as like, what do you think they need as far as like coaching? Like, I know we just said San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm San Francisco.
But something got to change, man. Where they got to build a foundation that you can have for years to come. You can't keep rebuilding every 2 or 3 years. That part. Either you gotta stick with the guys you got, like DeMar Bridges. He's a perfect example. If he's gonna be a core piece, you go ahead and give him a contract extension. He know in mind they want me. I'm a be here. Brandon Miller, we know gonna be a piece here. If LaMelo does what he's supposed to do, that's your third piece. Okay, now you got to start putting pieces around him. That's why I said that Grant Williams is great. Seth Curry can come in if. See, that's what I'm talking about. LaMelo should be able to go in there, draw people and kick it to Seth, and they should be having wide open threes. Grant in his corner. Seth.
And my thing is, if you that talented, if you know in your mind I'm this talented, can't nobody stop me going to the hole. I can draw 2, 3 people on me, kick it out. But get what he'll do. He'll go in the hole. I'm gonna take. No, you forcing shots because you can look up in the score. I ain't got but 10 points. Man, I gotta get the The name of the game to me is winning. I don't care if I score 2 points and we won 10 games in a row. If I score 2 points every game, I keep scoring 2 points. I want to win. I don't want to just pad stats. No, it's about padding stats and making it bad.
I'm like I said, I think if they keep the core together, keep drafting well. And you get a couple free agents in there, but get the right ones. Like this, I didn't like the fact that like last year, Dennis Smith Jr. played good here. You let him go to Brooklyn for $3 million. Why did you retain him? Retain him?
You know they say they try to lowball him. I'm
saying it's crazy.
They lowball him.
Then you bring in Frank Ntilikina.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
he was drafted 7th overall in his draft to the Knicks. Did not pan out for France, whatever. He's been a journeyman, hurt, injured, and you pick him up. Now you wave him up. You should have kept Dennis Smith. They don't keep no.
I told y'all when Melo got hurt last year, they played better with it because Dennis Smith Jr. played defense, and he's an freak athlete. He Scoot Henderson just a little older.
Going to the rack.
He can go to the rack. So why not pay this man to be your backup? Give him a 2 to 3 year deal. He's from the state of North Carolina. He wanted to be here, but y'all lowballed. They lowballed him. So that means Charlotte lowballed him to enough that he couldn't even get that from. And Brooklyn gave him $3 million.
And then the taxes gonna be high in Brooklyn, so he still.
That's what I'm saying. So now I'm like, yo, it's just they don't value some people like that.
You're gonna have to change the culture. Like I said, personally, it start with like. If you got somebody like Sam Cassell, I just watch how he coaches. Even if you watching ESPN, they doing warm or something, and they interviewing somebody, watch him in the background. He coaches hard, man, and he's know the game Been around the game. He's a champion.
So where's he at? He's in Boston now?
Boston.
He plays the one. Let him get an opportunity, man. And I mean, I think he can change. Like I said, I think.
And then they need a new. I'm tired of recycling these coaches like they're the best thing. Doc Rivers is a prime example. Them been out there 9. Last time I looked, he was 1-5. I think 1-4, 1-5. Why you keep bringing him back?
LaMelo need a tape, which ain't tapes no more, a DVD or whatever, flash drive of nothing but Sean Livingston highlights, and learn how to shoot a mid-range jump shot. You 6'7". So these smaller point guards, they're gonna have to W in because you can shoot over the top. If you watch Sean Livingston, especially his Golden State day, all he did was turn around that free line with his. That's all. And LaMelo get that, and Miles and Brandon continue to grow. Man, we gonna have something here. I say this too. I hate to say it. I like Mark Williams. I think we traded the wrong one. We
Yes.
Mark Williams already back. We don't know what the issue is. And at the end of the day, he's too methodical to be 7'1".
He's
I go to the game, you standing there with your hands up, man, jump and block it.
He's soft.
Giving up 3-point play. I like, man.
That Jalen Duren, that Duren kid.
So
I would have had him here with Miles Bridges and Grant Williams right now.
My next piece is,
man,
if we in the lottery, we get the number 3 pick, number 1 there. I'll trade them.
Trade
Mark Williams and the number 3 for that number 1 because they got a 7'1" kid coming out from France this year. It's the only thing in the draft I've seen. He's like another Wimbiana, but he's 7'1". He inside out, shoot threes. And he played the competitive Jared Jackson. I trade Mark Williams and that 3 pick if we got it for the number 1. I'll take that.
I ain't watching.
Yeah, just like I said, if we can't get nobody like that, then I'll just trade them to get future draft picks.
But like I said, that's another. That's another thing. You had look how that kid playing in Detroit. He's 16, running down the court. The other night he had 22 points. 28 points and 22 rebounds. Jalen Duren.
Oh, yeah.
He had 28 points, 22 rebounds. Do you ever think you're going to ever see Mark Williams get 28 points, 22 rebounds?
I mean, he had 15 to 18. I get it, but he's methodical.
It's you can see, you can just.
Mark Williams.
Duke.
He went to Duke. But you gotta just, they move.
My thing be, so.
How was he at Duke? I don't know, man. How was he at Duke?
He was alright, but he was like the 4th option.
So okay, so you.
But he had some. Freshman year he had some upside. Sophomore year he kind of regressed.
But I put it like this: Mark Williams compared to Book Knight, Kai Jones, they hit a home run. I put it like that. How bad Kai Jones and Book Knight was. They hit a home run.
So who came up after them? That's in the NBA. Okay.
Book Knight and Kai Jones.
We picked like 13th and 15th that year, I think.
Who?
So it had
they moved back in to get Kai Jones.
Yeah, they moved back in.
That year we got Kai Jones.
Yeah.
This past year we had 13, 14.
Later on in the draft, what player came after
in 2021? You had to go look. You had to pull it up. Because I know Book Knight fell to them. And they kept saying Book Knight was like a, no, let me see. They said Book Knight was like a steal.
See, but the reason why I'm saying that is because, just like how I was telling you before, the reason why I can't really rock with like either the Panthers or the Hornets, because they're scouting. They do not know how to scout, bro. And they be missing on players that pass them by, and then other teams get them, and they be really good players.
So Hornets took Book Knight at 11.
Okay, who was after that? The rest of the draft.
Trey Murphy went 17. Trey Mann went 18. The one we just got. We went back up and got Kai Jones.
Georgie went at 13.
Let me see.
Faces one from Oregon.
Quentin Grimes with the clip with the 9. He was number 25.
Jalen Johnson for Duke. That's when we should have took with Atlanta. He went number 20. I like him a lot.
Let me see in the second round. Was any steals in the second round?
Cam Thomas went 27. This is Brooklyn. I love him. He a bucket.
Where he came from?
LSU.
Herbert Jones with the Pelicans. He was number 35.
Where he came from?
Herbert Jones.
Yeah.
I don't know what school he went to.
Alabama.
Yeah, I think it was Alabama.
How many years did they go back to Herbert Jones? How many years was he? He a sophomore? Was he a junior when he got out from Alabama, or what was he?
I don't know, but he a defensive player. He a defensive stopper. Even when after the Hornets drafted Book Knight, Chris,
he was a senior.
See,
Moses Moody.
For some reason, they do not like picking up seniors, bro.
Well,
they want to get the one and done.
Everybody, see, they want the 18. And my thing is, when you drafted this person, I don't understand the concept. You drafted somebody like that. What they say in the NBA draft? Well, he a project. Well, okay, he a project because he only had 1 year.
Yeah.
Get you a seasoned person like the guy from UCLA.
What I told you about him.
What
I told you about him.
Backward. Old school.
See, but the thing with the draft, what happens is they they draft based off of potential. That's why they draft. Not the Hornets.
For some reason, they say when they look at you as being a senior, they say, "Oh man, something must be wrong."
No, he too old.
Listen, look at that. Like I say, look at that one.
And Miami is a prime. Miami is that team in the NBA. They always know how to draft or go scout, and they can scout. They get they the best. They the best at it.
It's guys that I see and I point like, man, I like to have that guy. And I know everybody looking at me like I'm crazy, but I watched him. I came in, I watched the other day, and it was a player I like. I like, man, you know what? That's somebody right there. Prime example, that Dalton Connect kid, Tennessee. Now, the thing is, everybody gonna talk. I mean, I didn't know nothing about it. I went to the Chapel Hill game when we played Tennessee. He dropped 37 and got hurt. Was out the game for like the last 7 minutes. He had 37. We couldn't stop him. He can shoot. He's 6'6". That's your two guard beside LaMelo. Now I know we're gonna be in a lot. They probably want to take him that early. Yeah. But to me,
he a beast.
That's the guy.
I ain't never seen him play.
Dalton Connect.
Dude from Tennessee.
Dalton Connect. He's 6'6". He came from Wink can tell me better. He came from a smaller school. North Dakota State, so he transferred.
He transferred.
Like the boy from Kentucky.
He like the dude that everybody talking about now that coming down to Duke next year.
Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
Look,
he cool.
Not like Duncan Wild, but scoring. I think he got like 5 or 6 30-point games this year in college. He dropped buckets, man.
He's dropping buckets.
Is he a senior now?
I don't know, he's junior or senior. I think he's a senior. Because he transferred.
Yeah.
But see what I'm saying, these the players that what y'all saying now, I trust y'all judgment. But my thing is, when Charlotte get, he can be your, that can be your 6th man coming off the bench.
Charlotte hired me. I don't mind scouting.
But see, they don't want players like that. They want the projects, like how you say.
Miami Heat to grab that boy there.
Grab him, and he'll be a star.
Another Duncan Robinson, another 6'6", and can score.
Yeah, can score.
Can he play ball shot? Duncan Robinson can't do that. Duncan Robinson just can't shoot.
He can deep. He can shoot. He can do anything.
Pull up highlights of Duncan.
I'm gonna go do it tonight.
He take you off the dribble and everything.
He can play.
He can play.
I'm telling you.
So, but like I say, YouTube. I want to tell my brother thank you for coming in, dropping in with us.
Appreciate
no problem.
Man. Like I say, hopefully we can have him back on some more.
Definitely.
Sunday morning, we're gonna have that Super Bowl edition up with Eugene Robinson with his picks and tell you who we think and he tell you how the game is going. So coming from a Super Bowl winner, he's gonna give you his perspective of what's gonna happen Sunday in the big game. But we'll upload that one Sunday.
Yep.
Like I said, hit that like, subscribe, and comment button. Let us know what you think about us talking about the draft. Put in the comments who you think was the best trade in the trade that happened. Like I said, we're gonna get back with y'all soon. Talk to you later. Peace out, YouTube.
Peace.